Good morning. So today we have Al Moronis, my good friend from Moronis Fine Art, here with us to describe objects of art and how to display and frame our art. Alma, thank you so much for coming today. So really today, I think we've got a microphone so that you can help us describe what we have today. But Alma and I have worked together for years. I'm an interior designer, and so she's been an integral part of my design services that I offer to clients with the selection of art and also with the framing and display of art. But you also work with homeowners and business owners. So can you share a little bit about how you work with those people?
Right. Well, we like to meet the client and possibly do a walkthrough, whether it's a commercial space or a residence, and get an idea of what they're looking for and try to fine-tune the art program for them.
Fantastic. Well, and you brought some beautiful things to look at. I see you've got quite a collection, and maybe we can start over here looking at these gorgeous liners and fillets, and maybe start by telling us, what is a fillet?
A fillet is basically a very small frame, and it's made exactly like you would make a frame, but it fits within the frame or within the linen liner or the mat. It just adds another dimension.
That's beautiful. And I think we have some images showing a linen fillet with this piece of art here, and we're taking a look at the wall color and the piece of art itself with a frame and a fillet. And then we also have a linen, a wood fillet and a linen liner. And so here you see the wood fillet with the detail of showing how it really creates another dimension to that frame. That's beautiful. And what else do we have here? These are just a gorgeous collection of some really nicely carved pieces.
Yes, these are the more traditional frames, and of course they're more carved. They can come in brilliant colors as well, or a combination of gold leaf and wood, lacquered wood. There's a whole variety depending on the piece.
Well, that's fantastic. And then you also can see it's really important to take a look at the finishes and fabrics. And here in this next image, you can see that we're taking a look at two different matte colors. And we're taking a look at it. It's definitely more of a traditional style of frame. But when we see the piece itself, the frame, the wall that it's on, it really makes a difference on selecting that. And so you brought a variety too of some matte colors. So those are gorgeous. Now, we also have some examples of more of a contemporary style of framing. Can you go over those?
Yes, some of these are a little more simple. This one's called a floater frame. It fits around the piece, doesn't touch the piece, it fits around it. And then, of course, we can do some brilliant colors with depth and wider faces on the frame.
Wonderful. Well, and I think that we just showed an image that had a print, actually, that was framed in more of a museum style frame that doesn't have as wide of a face like what we're seeing here, and a deeper side to it. So that's a beautiful way to show. And then we also have another image that shows more, it's a little harder to see, but it's showing more of that wider face. And again, we don't have a mat in this scenario. It's just the print itself. And then one of my favorites is the floater frame, which is what you talked about. And I think that we have an image showing a beautiful way to finish off a painting. And this is really more of a traditional style painting, but it's a very contemporary way of displaying it. And can you describe a little bit about how we're seeing the image here, what a floater frame actually does?
Yes, a floater frame actually is it does not touch the actual work of art. It gives it a little bit, it floats above it, around it, and it gives it a little bit of breathing room, but it does add a nice finish to the edges of the painting.
Excellent, good. Okay, well, and then there's also looking at some pieces that you don't actually have to frame. And so we have some images showing more of a print, if you will, that's on canvas. So can you talk a little bit, certainly we work in original artwork, but as well as posters.
Exactly. Now you can get posters printed on canvas, on acrylic, on metal, of course on archival paper. And so these kind of options to original art can really help with a budget.
Well, fantastic. Well, good. Well, you brought a great selection of items. Thank you so much for talking about different budgets and different ways to frame. Okay, so thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
coming.
Thank you for having us.